And now, a thought from man. Today's subject, Penn Zero part-time hero. You know, Penn Zero is really underrated. I mean, this has got to be one of Disney's funniest shows on right now. I don't get why so many people are unaware of it. I mean, it's funny. It's legitimately funny. The way they execute their jokes, it's so well done. You're just feeling good that you watched this show. So I don't get why it's so under the radar.
Today, Mega Supertropolis. Tomorrow, the world.
The entire world by tomorrow. I'd give myself at least a week. It took that long just to remodel my kitchen, Larry. And I was working on that thing 24/7. Larry, everyone was like, where'd you find the appliances? And I said, aisle 7. And they said, put them back and stop pretending you live here. You're scaring the customers.
I can read your mind. I'm getting all this twice.
I mean, Disney really should advertise the show a lot more. It is very underrated. It needs more attention. The characters are great. They're memorable even. I feel like these are memorable characters. Ones that I can remember after the show's ended.
Hey, Saj, are you eating bugs out of my hair?
Yes, I am. Because I am me. And today, that's a monkey. Get back in my mouth!
Penn is the leader of the group. And he's your typical stand-up guy. He knows right from wrong. But he can also be the reason his team fails.
This is all my fault.
No, it's not.
I know, it's Boone's. Totally Boone's. I just thought I'd sound like a jerk if I said it out loud, but since you agree with me, it's totally okay to talk about him behind his back. Which is what I would say if he wasn't my friend, which he is, and that was the test and you just passed. So congrats on passing.
Look, you want the truth, PZ? Your problem with Boone isn't that he does things wrong. It's that he doesn't do things the way that you would do them. But he's not supposed to. Boone is Boone. That's who he is.
The writers know Penn can't be the perfect guy. They know he can be able to mess up the team. But they also show off a sense of versatility with Penn. He's able to adapt to a new situation, even when it starts going against whatever he expected something to be.
I really screwed up this time. I was so focused on finding you guys that I destroyed a whole planet. It's not very heroic.
Heroes screw up all the time. I once accidentally blew up Egg City. You can imagine how long that took to put back together.
The point is, when you mess up, you fix it. No one can fire you from being a hero.
We share the last name Zero because we failed 0 missions. Do you want to be known as Penn 1?
No, that sounds awful. Like a terrible diet sports drink.
Then you have to ask yourself, what are you prepared to do?
Whatever it takes.
That helps give a great uniqueness to him as a character and makes him more memorable. And he's even willing to help his friends when they start to mess up.
Boone, look, I shouldn't have wished you away. Not only did you make an anchor, but you're also the anchor of this team. You know, you're dense and you weigh us down, but you also hold us steady.
His friends are really great too, and memorable as well. Boone, he's a bit of a slacker, but he knows to take his job seriously when he needs to. He knows I can't abandon my friends just because I don't want to do it.
Prepare for annihilation in approximately 10 seconds.
Oh man, I am not the hero. I don't know how to handle these stressful situations. I'm the fun-loving, good-looking, cool guy. What would Penn tell me to do?
Boone, find the hero that lives deep in your chest, or maybe your stomach, and then be that hero.
You are very wise, imaginary Penn.
Even if he'd rather not do the job, he still comes through by the end. Or sometimes he can just be a coward about something, but he'll push through his cowardice and help his friends or save them in the end. Sashi, she's a bit of a nut in the sense that she's crazy in how she does everything, but she's also very determined to prove her worth. And she always proves how worthy she is to be a part of Penn's crew. She might take things a little too far, but that shows how determined she is to prove she is worthy of being Penn's friend and sidekick. Granted, sometimes her determination can go a little too far, even for just personal reasons.
I can check the specs. Oh, glasses. Do your thing.
Teddy.
Whoa, these things must record everything she sees. Ew.
I heart Teddy.
Excuse me, are you following me?
I do not love you.
Rippon's a great villain because sometimes his motivation is just he wants to prove himself. Granted, when he fails, it's usually because he was a little too confident in his own plans or himself that it equals his downfall. But it also shows a great dynamic to him. He's a guy who wants to prove himself to himself. And sometimes you even sympathize with him. Hell, even Penn can sympathize with him. And that just shows a great dynamic of a villain. Larry is just a nut. I mean, he may be one of the funniest characters in the show. Because he is just funny. And he's a perfect foil for Rippon, even though that's his sidekick.
Larry, did you paint a smiley face on my capsule?
No.
Do you like it?
Larry's not the guy who wants to be a bad guy. He seems like a good guy, but he's helping the bad guy. But usually he could also be a reason why the bad guy fails as well. The main goal of this show is a pretty unique one. It's usually a world is collapsing somewhere in another dimension, and Penn and his friends must go and help that dimension by jumping in and becoming the character that was supposed to save that dimension. And Rippon's job is to mainly be the guy that's supposed to destroy that dimension or make that dimension fall in some way. But the uniqueness of it is the dimensions they go to are usually spoofs of film genres or TV shows, or hell, one time they even spoofed cereal commercials. And it's very funny and unique how they do it.
I'm Choco Chuck! Oh, Choco Trunks is my all-time favorite cereal. Choco Trunks are Choco Trunkalicious!
The writers were able to make this a very timeless show, something that you could always rewatch after it's canceled, and it won't feel dated. It's its own thing. It's a timeless show, and that's just very refreshing. Even when they're doing a spoof of movies, they know to spoof the genre and not the film, because if they did that, then it might not be as timeless anymore. And that just brings a great uniqueness to this show.
Fear not! We come in peace! Oh, we are totally willing to do chores to pay for a new city hall. If you have something you want stepped on, we seem to be really good at that, so put that on the list. Okay, that one was not my fault. That's just bad city planning. I mean, why do you have a TNT museum? You humans are crazy. I mean, just nuts.
All in all, this is a very well-made show. One of Disney's best, and they should advertise this a lot better than they do. It's very underrated, and not much attention is brought to it. It's unique, it's funny, the characters are great and memorable. Come on, Disney, advertise this more. It needs more attention. It's definitely up there with one of your best in recent years. But that's just a thought.